Hey guys, so we're off on our adventure, and as you can see, I'm not riding. It's because this is the first time I've taken these two horses out, and this one is kind of spooky, so I decided, I just won't ride. I'll walk. It's not far, and we'll see how they do. So we're about to cross this creek. I'm gonna try and stay dry through this because I don't want to. Oh, there's a bat. Looks like it's dried up and dead. Huh, how about that? All right, so I think what I'll do is throw her rope out so she can walk herself. And then Nam Numkin and I will go this way. Whew, okay. There we go. Now, here I come to get the camera. No, you okay? You're over here. All right, so for this one, I am gonna take my boots and shoes off. It's gonna be ice cold. Most likely, I'll have to hang out on the other side, let my feet warm up a little bit. And shoot, I might even have to carry Sparta across. All right, come on guys, let's go. Come on, Maddie, let's go. Oh man, ow. Okay, that time it hurt. Oh, it didn't hurt. No, no, no. When I got over there, I realized I could have ridden Nam Num across. Nam Numkin. Oh well, too late now. All right, my feet are killing me, but the dogs are liable to try. Oh crap. All right, well, we made it. Crappy gear and all. Horses did great. Poor dogs. I totally underestimated their abilities. So when we go back, I'm putting everything on the horses, and then I'll carry Sparta, and Maddie's fine if we do it the way we did, where we go upstream. And also then I'll be free to go help her get up if I need to. My trousers are shredded, of course, but fortunately the horses just did fantastic. Her load's slipping, So I better take care of that. Well, I didn't need to go far. We got nice grass that the horses are liking. Sunshine and shade. And I got my clothes out to dry. And I'm guessing it's early enough in the afternoon that it'll have time to dry before it gets cold. It's a beautiful spot. The dogs keep trying to go home. Okay, I took the pack off of Comanche Moon and she did great. She didn't even get nervous when I pulled the pack over her. So she's doing fantastic. And I was about to desaddle Namnumkin, but I thought I'd show you guys how I packed her. I'm barefoot, so hopefully these horses don't startle and step on me. So this is the new system that I wanted to try. I know I'm always changing it up, but tied my 2 linen bags, and then I put this over the horn to keep it from slipping either way in case the weight was uneven. So this has got all my food and gear, cooking gear. And then I might have mentioned earlier, this is pre-edit, so I don't know what I've said already. On the back, I just tied 1 wool blanket, my coat, my vest, and my sleeping hat. All I got to do is figure out how to stay warm with 3 blankets. Well, I've been drying my shoes and socks and clothes, trying to gather some firewood, but barefoot. But there's a bunch of things out in this grass that's a little bit stickery. It's more like old twigs that I'm running into, so kind of making it hard to walk around comfortably. But I got to gather a whole ton of firewood because I expect to be pretty cold tonight, so I'll probably be sitting up by a fire killing time all night long. Now that the sun is behind the mountains, I've got my camp out here. It was in the sunshine earlier, but I've chosen this because it's dry. Up there the ground was a little bit damp, so it was nice to cool off in the shade there. The horses aren't wandering off. So I got this blanket for a dog bed. I got my coat to cover my head because I'm allergic to wool and I get a headache if I don't have something over my head. So I got the tarp as a taco. I got this wool blanket tripled, so it's a trifold. And then these 2 wool blankets bifold or taco. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of wool blanket under me, 2 layers above me, plus I'll probably just wrap up in the tarp. But on top of that, I brought my saddle pads, 2 of them, so I laid those out too. I'm basically preparing as if I've already lost the match with the night. So I made my bed the best I could, and I gathered firewood. So like I said, could be that I wake up at midnight freezing and I just sit and drink coffee and burn a fire until daylight. So I thought I'd show you guys around a little bit what we're dealing with here. So this is Lomatium. it's in the dry area here. It tends to like the desert too. So I was noticing that it's in the dry spots, and that's about it, but quite a bit of it. I don't know exactly which one it is, but it's probably an edible one. And then these purple flowers are really pretty. I think that they're one that I have back home, and I think they're poisonous to horses. Well, it looks like wild strawberries. Oh, and dandelion. Yeah, wild strawberries and dandelion right here. So maybe later this year I can get some strawberries. And then dandelion. I could be picking those and throwing them in my food. And then this one, which its name slipped my mind, but it's a good, it's good for seasoning the food, but not really for eating. It's pretty bitter. So a lot of edibles to pick from. And I'm pretty sure up here I found some camas root. It grows in marshy areas, and this is marsh where we're walking, and I think that's camas. Some of them are poison, some of them aren't, so you got to know what you're doing. And so this is marsh in here. It's not too bad right now. I'm not getting my feet wet. And it looks like the elk have gone. I don't see them. And this is a great spot here, tons of grass, and had some shade, and we're close to the river. And it looks like the horses have taken off, so gotta go get them now. No, no, no! Come on. Come on. Come on, Maddie. So much for dry trousers and dry socks. Sure enough, I got caught up with the video. I didn't notice them walking off, and by the time I saw them, they were already in the river. So I decided not to take my shoes off and just run after them. Good thing I did, because I caught them. And then when I was bringing them back to the river, then the dogs were on the other side and they saw me, but fortunately I just went right into the river and they didn't try to cross. So I was counting on having warm, dry socks and dry trousers tonight. It's gonna be cold without them. Oh my goodness. So they're hanging out now, but once I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm gonna tie up Comanche Moon. Good morning, everybody. I slept about an hour at a time, and finally around 3 a.m. I decided that was enough. So I got up and started a fire. Fortunately, that wasn't too difficult. But then I had to walk to the river to fill up my water. I didn't fill it before I went to bed, so my pots were empty. But now I got my breakfast cooking, and I got pot coffee here. It's been a nice morning, and sure enough, it's 4:30, and it's light enough that I can see almost both of my horses. The dark one's harder to see. But I really thought I'd stay warmer. Maybe I would have if I had my trousers and socks on. If they hadn't got wet, maybe I would have been okay. But man, you'd think I would have stayed warmer. But it was tolerable, so that's what's good.
So now I'm just gonna wait for it to get light and pack up and head on back. I hope the rooster's all right. So I was on Facebook and watching this this new group that a friend started about how to reenact the fur trade. In case any of you are interested in doing the fur trade era. I love that era, and that's why I'm back in blankets. But also, I was looking at somebody's picture, and I never carry fresh meat. And then it occurred to me, because I've been learning more over the years, that mostly on the frontier they did eat fresh meat because there was plenty of game. There's tons of game. I did read an account recently, the first account I've run across, of white guys using dried meat. It was in a Billy the Kid book. George Coe wrote it, and they were on the run, so they traded with some Apaches for some dried meat. But otherwise, they were mostly eating deer and birds and buffalo, depending on where they were, obviously. So this time I brought me hamburger. They definitely weren't shooting hamburger, but I brought it anyway. Also cooked up some meat for the dogs last night. So I might start carrying meat. I don't know, it's frustrating that we're so low on game, but I certainly believe in managing it. This is the first time I used my saddle for a pillow. That's another thing I read in the George Coe, Billy the Kid book. He talked about how much he enjoyed those days and how he used his saddle for a pillow. And I've read of other occasions of guys using the saddle for a pillow. So finally I tried it. Sure enough, it worked great. And like I said, that's also why I used blankets. Because if you guys remember in one of my last videos, a year or two ago, I said how I was done using wool blankets. But now that the weather's warmer, I probably will for the historical sake. But anyway, it looks like the horses have run off again, but they went that direction. Well, here we are ready to go. So basically the same pack setup as yesterday. If I can get these guys. So Comanche Moon has 4 blankets today. As you can see, Namnumkin's saddle is empty, except for the 2 bags like I did before.
and I've got the bucket strapped on. I'm not going to record going across the river because I'm going to put the tripod that my camera is on is going to be tied on back here on the saddle, and then I'm going to try to carry both dogs across the river. We're going to see how it goes. Well, I was able to get the dogs across, and then I called for the horses and they came. They were just standing there waiting until I called them. Ouch. Oh, my legs are so cold. I mean my feet. I'm probably gonna stop up here and take my boots off. They look like balloons. They look like water balloons. Ow, it hurts. It's all muddy right here. Oh, and there's a bunch of elk. That's why the horses are upset. Well, this is turning out bad. Of course, when something goes good, something has to go bad. Looks like I lost one of my microphones, probably in the river. I'm hoping it fell off when I was picking her up and it's on the other side of the river. But like I say, I got to come back without animals for that. Well, I guess I could come back with the horses. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Oh yeah, and there's a herd of elk over there laying down. That's why the horses were snorting before we crossed the river. And I figured they smelled elk, but I didn't know where they were until we got across. I saw about 15 or 20 of them bedded down right over there. Dang, we can't see them. I don't know. I think they're behind these trees. Well, here we go. Comanche Moon's doing really well so far. Hopefully we make it back pretty good, successfully. Actually, they're both doing great. I'm really impressed and really happy. I think my friend who trained her downplays how much he did with her, because I got to see her when she left and when she came back, and she's like a different horse to me. My boots and socks are soaking wet, so I want my feet to be warm, but heck, I like walking barefoot anyway, so yeah, so anyway, something about camping. I kind of lost interest in it because I'd go out camping and think, why am I doing this? My regular life is basically camping with just a few more comforts to make it really nice. I'm still out in nature. So I kind of lost a lot of the heart of it. But yesterday, as I was relaxing and had my two horses doing well, and even though I knew I was going to have an uncomfortable night, something about just the love of it came back, and realizing how nice it is to be really away. Also away from my phone. That was nice. So hopefully I do a whole lot more of this and it goes well. And one day when I don't have my dogs anymore, not that that's a pleasant thought, but then I'm going to jump on my horse and pack up the other one and take off for a month or two or 3, who knows. Well, of course I got a rooster still. Maybe I can find him a happy home with some lovely hens that he can enjoy.